YH8 Racing is first driving a Mazda RX-3. Chris Butt is P2. YH8 Racing is P1. Chris Butt from New Zealand is second. YH8 Racing is P1. Best lap is a 1:00.149. Todd from New Zealand is second on standards. YH8 Racing is P1. Chris Butt is second. Best lap is a 1:10.804. Todd from New Zealand is third. YH8 Racing is first on standards. Todd is P3. YH8 Racing is P2. Todd is P1. Best lap is a 0:58.982. YH8 Racing is second. Best lap is a 0:59.148. Todd is first on standards. Best lap is a 0:57.971. The qualification session is at GT Autodrome Lago Maggiore. The wind speed is 4 km/h from the northeast. Todd from New Zealand is first on standards. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P3 on standards. Yamashita 40 is P2 on standards. Todd is P1. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Todd improved his P1 with a 0:58.481. Yamashita 40 is provisional pole with a 0:58.261. Yamashita 40 is first up 0.72. Yamashita 40 is provisional pole with a 0:56.926. Todd is P3. Todd improved his third with a 0:58.228. 1.302 off pole. MMR 333 is provisional pole with a 0:56.904. YH8 Racing is fifth up 0.73 on standards driving a Mazda RX-3. Chris Butt is P4. Best lap is a 0:59.455. 2.551 off pole. Chris Butt improved his P3 with a 0:58.210. 1.306 off pole. Todd is P3. Yamashita 40 is P2. Best lap is a 0:56.926. 0.022 off pole. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is 5th up 0.23 on standards. Five minutes remaining in the session. Jonathan Rosser improved his fourth with a 0:57.851. 0.947 off pole. YH8 Racing is P6 up 1.62. Chris Butt is P5 up 0.14. Jonathan Rosser is P4 up 0.64. Jonathan Rosser improved his third with a 0:57.269. 0.365 off pole. YH8 Racing is 6th up 1.15. Jonathan Rosser is third up 0.37. Chris Butt is fifth. MMR 333 is first on standards. Chris Butt is fifth up 0.12. Jonathan Rosser is P3 up 0.49. YH8 Racing is 6th. Best lap is a 0:59.833. 2.929 off pole. MMR 333 is P1. Yamashita 40 is 2nd. YH8 Racing is P6. Best lap is a 0:59.823. 2.919 off pole. Yamashita 40 is provisional pole with a 0:56.859. YH8 Racing improved his P4 with a 0:57.771. 0.912 off pole. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Chris Butt is P6. Best lap is a 0:58.150. 1.291 off pole. Yamashita 40 is P1. Yamashita 40 is provisional pole with a 0:56.704. YH8 Racing is 4th. Best lap is a 0:57.771. 1.067 off pole. Todd is P5 up 0.18. Broadcast bot is P20. The race session is at GT Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Yamashita 40 is P1. MMR 333 is 2nd on standards. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is 3rd on standards. YH8 Racing is 4th on standards driving a Mazda RX-3. Todd from New Zealand is 5th on standards. Race start. Todd passed MMR 333 for 2nd. Jonathan Rosser is P4. Jonathan Rosser is now P3. YH8 Racing is P4. Jonathan Rosser is 3rd. Jonathan Rosser passed MMR 333 for P2. MMR 333 is 3rd. YH8 Racing is 4th, 0.4 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 0.3 ahead of YH8 Racing. YH8 Racing is P4 driving a RX3, 0.5 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is third, 0.6 ahead of YH8 Racing. YH8 Racing is fourth on standards, 0.6 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser on lap 3 is third, 0.2 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 on lap 3 is P3, 0.6 ahead of YH8 Racing. Todd from New Zealand is fifth, 1.8 behind YH8 Racing. Todd was 4.2 faster last lap. MMR 333 is third. Best lap is a 0:57.892. 0.793 off the fastest lap. Todd is P5, 1.5 behind YH8 Racing. MMR 333 is third, 2.2 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd is fifth, 0.9 behind YH8 Racing. MMR 333 is P3 on standards, 2.4 behind Jonathan Rosser. YH8 Racing is fifth, 0.8 behind Todd. MMR 333 is P3, 2.3 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is second, 2.3 behind Yamashita 40. MMR 333 is P3, 2.1 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is P2, 1.7 ahead of MMR 333. MMR 333 is P3, 1.8 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is P2. Best lap is a 0:57.294. 0.394 off the fastest lap. MMR 333 is P3. Jonathan Rosser is P2, 3.0 ahead of MMR 333. Chris Bunnett from New Zealand is P6 on standards, 5.0 behind YH8 Racing. Chris Bunnett was 1.2 faster last lap. MMR 333 is P3, 4.7 ahead of Todd. Todd from New Zealand is P4, 4.8 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 is P3, 3.6 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd from New Zealand is 4th, 1.3 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is 2nd. Todd is P4, 1.4 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is P2, 4.6 behind Yamashita 40. Todd is P4. Best lap is a 0:57.444. 0.544 off the fastest lap. Jonathan Rosser is P2, 4.7 behind Yamashita 40. Todd is P4, 1.7 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is P2. Todd is fourth, 2.9 behind MMR 333. Chris Butt is sixth. Todd is fourth, 3.1 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 was 1.5 faster last lap. Jonathan Rosser is P2, 4.9 ahead of MMR 333. Todd is P4, 3.0 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 was 0.5 faster last lap. Chris Butt is P6, 2.8 behind YH8 Racing. Jonathan Rosser is second, 4.0 behind Yamashita 40. Todd is fourth, 3.4 behind MMR 333. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P6, 0.3 behind YH8 Racing. YH8 Racing is P6 on standards, 0.1 behind Chris Butt. Chris Butt is sixth battling YH8 Racing. Chris Butt was 2.9 faster last lap. Chris Butt passed YH8 Racing for fifth. YH8 Racing is sixth. Best lap is a 0:58.021. 1.198 off the fastest lap. Todd is fourth, 3.8 behind MMR 333. YH8 Racing on lap 16 is sixth, 1.2 behind Chris Butt. Todd is P4, 4.3 behind MMR 333. YH8 Racing is 6th driving at RX3, 0.5 behind Chris Butt. Todd is P4, 3.8 behind MMR 333. Chris Butt is P6, 0.6 behind YH8 Racing. YH8 Racing was 1.2 faster last lap. Chris Butt passed YH8 Racing for 5th. YH8 Racing is 6th, 0.6 behind Chris Butt. YH8 Racing passed Chris Butt for 5th. MMR 333 is 3rd on standards, 4.3 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd from New Zealand is 4th, 4.3 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is 2nd on standards. Todd is 4th. The leader has just finished the race. Yamashita 40 finished 1st. Jonathan Rosser finished P2. MMR 333 finished P3. Todd finished 4th. YH8 Racing is 5th. YH8 Racing finished P5. Chris Butt finished P6. Broadcast bot is P7. The race session is at GT Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Chris Butt from New Zealand is first on standards. YH8 Racing is second on standards driving a Mazda RX-3. Todd from New Zealand is third on standards. MMR 333 is P4 on standards. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is P5 on standards. Race start. Jonathan Rosser is now P4. Jonathan Rosser lost fourth to Yamashita 40. Chris Butt is P2. Chris Butt lost fifth to MMR 333. YH8 Racing is P2. Jonathan Rosser is P3. Chris Butt is P6. Chris Butt passed YH8 Racing for fifth. Yamashita 40 is P4 on standards. Best lap is a 1:11.219. 4.518 off the fastest lap. YH8 Racing is P6, 0.6 behind Chris Butt. Yamashita 40 is P4, 0.9 behind Jonathan Rosser. YH8 Racing is 6th, 0.3 behind Chris Butt. Yamashita 40 is 4th on standards, 0.6 behind Jonathan Rosser. Yamashita 40 was 0.6 faster last lap. YH8 Racing is 6th driving a RX-3, 1.0 behind Chris Butt. Yamashita 40 is 4th, 0.3 behind Jonathan Rosser. MMR 333 is 2nd, 1.0 behind Todd. Yamashita 40 is P4, 0.2 behind Jonathan Rosser. MMR 333 is P2 on standards, 0.8 behind Todd. Jonathan Rosser is P4, 0.4 behind Yamashita 40. MMR 333 is second, 0.5 behind Todd. Jonathan Rosser is P4. Best lap is a 0:57.638. 0.736 off the fastest lap. MMR 333 is second, 0.4 behind Todd. MMR 333 was 0.6 faster last lap. MMR 333 passed Todd for P1. YH8 Racing is P6, 0.7 behind Chris Butt. Jonathan Rosser is fourth, 1.3 behind Yamashita 40. YH8 Racing is P6, 1.0 behind Chris Butt. Jonathan Rosser is P4, 0.8 behind Yamashita 40. YH8 Racing is P6. Best lap is a 0:58.060. 1.382 off the fastest lap. Jonathan Rosser is fourth. Best lap is a 0:57.415. 0.737 off the fastest lap. Todd is second, 1.6 behind MMR 333. Yamashita 40 on lap 7 is fourth, 0.3 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 0.1 ahead of Yamashita 40. Jonathan Rosser was 1.1 faster last lap. YH8 Racing is P5, 0.1 behind Yamashita 40. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 3.1 behind Todd. YH8 Racing is 5th, 0.5 behind Yamashita 40. Yamashita 40 was 0.6 faster last lap. Jonathan Rosser is P3 on standards, 3.6 behind Todd. Todd was 0.6 faster last lap. YH8 Racing is P5 driving a Mazda RX-3, 1.0 behind Yamashita 40. Jonathan Rosser is third, 4.4 behind Todd. YH8 Racing is P5, 2.9 behind Yamashita 40. Yamashita 40 was 2.0 faster last lap. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 4.2 behind Todd. YH8 Racing is P5, 2.8 behind Yamashita 40. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 3.7 behind Todd. Todd is second, 3.4 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser on lap 12 is P3, 3.4 behind Todd. Jonathan Rosser was 0.8 faster last lap. Todd is P2, 3.2 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is third, 2.7 behind Todd. Todd is P2. Best lap is a 0:57.385. 0.762 off the fastest lap. Jonathan Rosser is third, 2.8 behind Todd. YH8 Racing is fifth, 4.9 behind Yamashita 40. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 3.5 behind Todd. Todd is P2, 4.3 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 4.1 behind Todd. Todd is second on standards, 3.7 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is third, 3.3 behind Todd. Todd is P2, 3.4 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is P3. Best lap is a 0:56.937. 0.314 off the fastest lap. Todd is second, 2.7 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is third on standards, 2.9 behind Todd. Todd is P2 on standards, 2.6 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is third. Todd is second, 2.3 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is third, 2.8 behind Todd. Todd from New Zealand is second, 2.6 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is third, 1.9 behind Todd. Todd is P2, 1.8 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser on lap 19 is P3, 1.6 behind Todd. Todd is P2, 1.9 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. The leader has just finished the race. MMR 333 finished first. Todd finished second. Jonathan Rosser finished P3. Yamashita 40 finished P4. YH8 Racing finished 5th. Chris Butt finished 6th. Broadcast bot is P7. Announcer bot is active. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P1 on standards. Yamashita 40 is P2 on standards. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Chris Butt is P2. MMR 333 from Canada is P3 on standards. Chris Butt is second. Yamashita 40 is first. Best lap is a 1:59.742. YH8 Racing is P4 on standards. Yamashita 40 is P1 on standards. Best lap is a 0:57.743. Jonathan Rosser is P4 on standards. MMR 333 is second. Best lap is a 1:53.298. Todd from New Zealand is P6 on standards. Yamashita 40 is P1. YH8 Racing is 6th. MMR 333 is 3rd. Yamashita 40 is P1. Jonathan Rosser is P2. Best lap is a 1:06.489. YH8 Racing is P6. Jonathan Rosser is P3. Yamashita 40 is first. Broadcast bot is 20th on standards. The race session is at GT Autodrome Lago Maggiore. The wind speed is 2 km/h from the northeast. Jonathan Rosser is first. Yamashita 40 is second on standards. Chris Butt entering the pits is 19. Race start. MMR 333 from Canada is P3 on standards. Yamashita 40 entering the pits is P5. MMR 333 is now P4. Chris Butt exiting pits on standards. The race session is at GT Autodrome Lago Maggiore. The wind speed is 2 km/h from the northeast. MMR 333 from Canada is P4 on standards. Race start. MMR 333 lost 5th to YH8 Racing. Todd from New Zealand is second on standards. YH8 Racing is third on standards. YH8 Racing is now P2. Chris Butt from New Zealand is fifth on standards. Chris Butt passed Todd for third. Yamashita 40 is P5 on standards. Todd is P6. Todd is now fourth. MMR 333 on lap 2 is P5, 0.9 behind Todd. Jonathan Rosser on lap 2 is P2 on standards, 2.0 behind YH8 Racing. Chris Butt is 6th, 2.4 behind MMR 333. Chris Butt is now 5th. Yamashita 40 is 6th on standards, 0.7 behind Chris Butt. Yamashita 40 passed Chris Butt for P5. MMR 333 is P3, 1.1 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 0.1 behind MMR 333. Todd is 4th, 1.6 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is P3, 0.4 behind MMR 333. Todd is P4, 1.0 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd passed Jonathan Rosser for 3rd. Jonathan Rosser is 4th. Best lap is a 1:04.673. 9.075 off the fastest lap. Todd is 3rd, 0.5 behind MMR 333. The leader has just finished the race. YH8 Racing finished 1st. Todd finished 2nd. Yamashita 40 finished P3. Chris Butt finished P6. Jonathan Rosser finished P4. MMR 333 finished P5. Broadcast bot is 7th. The race session is at GT Autodrome Lago Maggiore. The wind speed is 2 km/h from the northeast. Chris Butt from New Zealand is first on standards. MMR 333 from Canada is P2 on standards. Jonathan Rosser is third on standards. Race start. Jonathan Rosser is now P1. Todd from New Zealand is P3 on standards. Todd is now P5. MMR 333 is P3. Yamashita 40 is third on standards. Chris Butt is sixth. Todd is fifth, 3.3 behind MMR 333. Chris Butt is sixth, 2.9 behind Todd. MMR 333 is fourth, 2.4 ahead of Todd. Yamashita 40 is P2, 0.9 behind Jonathan Rosser. Yamashita 40 passed Jonathan Rosser for first. Jonathan Rosser is P2, 0.5 behind Yamashita 40. Yamashita 40 was 3.5 faster last lap. MMR 333 on lap 3 is fourth, 1.5 behind YH8 Racing. MMR 333 was 8.3 faster last lap. MMR 333 lost fourth to Todd. Jonathan Rosser is P2, 2.5 behind Yamashita 40. Todd is fourth, 3.4 ahead of MMR 333. MMR 333 is P5, 1.9 behind Todd. Todd is fourth, 0.5 behind YH8 Racing. Todd was 3.8 faster last lap. MMR 333 is P5, 1.0 behind Todd. The leader has just finished the race. Jonathan Rosser finished first. YH8 Racing finished second. MMR 333 finished P3. Yamashita 40 finished P4. Todd finished P5. Chris Butt is sixth. The race session is at GT Autodrome Lago Maggiore. The wind speed is 2 km/h from the northeast. YH8 Racing is first on standards. Todd from New Zealand is second on standards. Yamashita 40 is third on standards. Race start. Yamashita 40 lost third to Jonathan Rosser. YH8 Racing is second. YH8 Racing passed Todd for P1. YH8 Racing lost first to Todd. Yamashita 40 is P3. MMR 333 from Canada is P4 on standards. MMR 333 passed Yamashita 40 for P3. YH8 Racing is P2, 0.3 behind Todd. YH8 Racing passed Todd for first. Yamashita 40 is fifth, 0.3 behind Chris Butt. Yamashita 40 passed Chris Butt for P4. MMR 333 is P2, 0.9 behind YH8 Racing. YH8 Racing is third, 2.3 ahead of Todd. MMR 333 from Canada is P2, 2.3 behind Yamashita 40. YH8 Racing is third. MMR 333 is P2, 0.8 behind Yamashita 40. Yamashita 40 was 10.1 faster last lap. YH8 Racing is P4. Best lap is a 1:05.072. 4.755 off the fastest lap. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P5 on standards, 2.6 behind YH8 Racing. Chris Butt was 8.3 faster last lap. Todd from New Zealand is third, 1.0 behind MMR 333. Todd passed MMR 333 for second. MMR 333 is third, 0.9 behind Todd. MMR 333 is now second. YH8 Racing is fourth, 0.1 behind Yamashita 40. YH8 Racing is now fourth. MMR 333 on lap 5 is P2, 2.4 behind Todd. YH8 Racing is P4, 1.0 behind Yamashita 40. The leader has just finished the race. Todd finished first. MMR 333 is P2. Jonathan Rosser is P2. Yamashita 40 is second. Yamashita 40 finished second. MMR 333 finished P3. Jonathan Rosser finished fourth. YH8 Racing finished fifth. Chris Butt is P6. broadcast bot is 7th.